Greetings, Battle Brothers. It's me, Aurelia, Tempris, Defender of the Golden Throne and Servant of Humanity. We've got lots of fun things to talk about today. And thank you, DinoFan, for the 14 months. Thank you. Yes, it's going to be a good day, good stream. I'm tired, but when is... That's not new. That's not new. That's normal. Yes, Total War. Some people didn't think it was gonna be a thing, but I had a pretty good feeling it was. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. But it's awesome. I am looking forward. I'm looking forward to see how it goes. Early days yet, yes. Yeah, I figured we'd spend some time to talk about it, because there's a lot of thoughts going around, and to be fair, I have not read all the internet stuff. It's only my opinions. Let the madness begin. Yeah, it'll be very interesting. I'll be honest, I expected Total War Age of Sigmar before 40k, but I'm pleasantly surprised. I've heard that. You're not the first person to tell me that. But you know, that's it. I'm not gonna say anything else. Valrak said it was a thing, so I was sure it was a thing. He's been on a roll. Yeah, I don't know if Valrak said it as like, yes, it's definitely a thing. I don't even know for sure. Or if it was like, he's making a very good educated guess. Because it's possible. So, I've begged and prayed daily and nightly for Total War 40k, and now it has arrived. Yeah, but I don't think... So, I imagine today is going to be the sort of stream where people come in and the first thing they say is, hey, have you seen the trailer? Have you seen this? What are your thoughts on this? So forgive me, you're probably going to hear this like more than once tonight. So I apologize in advance. You'll probably hear my thoughts on it multiple times. But, you know, that's how it's going to be. That's just how it's going to be today. So... So, initial thoughts, very exciting, very exciting. I figured that if they ever did a Warhammer 40k, we're just gonna call it the 40k version of, Total War. So just 40k, it was going to be tricky to do in the sense that you can't have a standard world that you're conquering unless you do a situation like Dawn of War, where you have a ton of factions fighting over one planet. But I figured they wouldn't do that because it was gonna be like a tired method that they've just used too many times. So from what like little glimpse we got of, it looks like you have planets that you're conquering, which is cool, but in my opinion, it kind of undermines the... It undermines like the whole process of taking over a planet. It's not a simple process. So I'm interested to see how they work with that. Yeah, each planet seems to have subregions, so I wouldn't expect that for every planet, because you're gonna have agri worlds that are just gonna be like, whatever, this one's not gonna be a problem, we can conquer it easy. But other ones are definitely gonna be way more complicated. So yeah, and planet battles being a singular battle, yeah, that's not how war works. It is a combination of multiple battles that get up to that point. I'm more interested in what armies we'll get in the gamer. Well, I mean, aside from the 4 starting ones, what's basically gonna happen here is that, I mean, you all know Total War, like 1, 2, and 3, they're all like built on each other and they have the DLCs. this is probably going to be like a DLC heavy game. I hope the game is optimized. Saul, good luck. It is going to be a couple years before I think we get to that point. It is going to be quite a hot minute before things start like being really, really good for this game. That's where things are just going to be a bit rough, because people are going to get to the release of the game, people who haven't played Total War, and to be fair, my knowledge on Total War, very limited. Very limited. Lore Master of Sotek knows way more than me, and he's been around it way more. But, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome was not built in a day, and neither will this game. This game is going to be going through a lot. It's just... It may come out 2027. It's not just that. It's not just that. I'm saying the game is probably not going to be very good for several years. It may look really nice, and it may look decent in the first couple iterations, but it's not going to be great off the bat, and I think a lot of people will have a lot of criticisms because it's not going to be good right away. But you just kind of have to keep that in mind. I saw this Twitter post, and it was really funny. It's like, oh man, this game is going to be really good in 12 years and $3,000 in DLCs later, which I don't think they're completely wrong about that. But it's gonna be a while before we get to the point where it gets to be really, really good. So, heard it's gonna be on console as well, which is weird and a little worrying. I'm not so worried about it being on console. I mean, I can understand that they want to kind of expand their reach in their market, but I don't know. I'm not personally too worried about that. So, pretty sure Chaos will be a day one DLC, the kind you get on pre-order and such. I could see that. I also could see them waiting a little bit because, well, okay. Are you talking chaos as in like pure chaos, as in your demons and stuff, or are you talking chaos trader space marines? Like there's a lot of stuff. So I'm trying to see what you're saying. More like trader space marines? Possibly. I honestly think they'll wait. I think they're gonna wait. Yeah. Just worried they're gonna bring these unbalanced units from 40k into the Total War game. They're usually counter on the tabletop game with specific unit point rule sets. Well, okay, so as the nature of these games, it's gonna be unbalanced. Heck, like you even hear stuff in like Total War 1, 2, and 3, things are unbalanced. I'm using those mainly as like a reference because that's what I've played, but you've heard there's drama about things being unbalanced and not being good and stuff like that, where it's like it's just gonna happen. That's kind of what happens with games like these. It takes a lot of people, and a lot of people who are interested in breaking the game. So it's the sort of thing where I'm not expecting. I don't think the tabletop will have a lot of influence. It's just going to be whatever they have there. Yeah, I mean, people will break the game. That's inevitable. Humans, the natural state of humans is to figure out how to like toe the line and get as much as they can without breaking the rules, or straight up just breaking the rules. So it's the sort of situation where it's like, it's gonna happen. You can't do anything about it. People will find ways to break it. And like I said, it's going to take a while before things kind of stabilize. And that's just how it is. Yeah. So, and you know what? It'll just take time. That's kind of, it's kind of what I'm saying. Overall, people don't have super high expectations when it comes out. It's gonna be broken. It's gonna need a lot of fixing. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will this game. It's probably gonna be the most unique Total War game. Reminds me more of Star Wars Empire at War than Total War. I'm not familiar with the game. I'll take your word for it. I am very interested in seeing how they balance conquering planets as they are versus like in Total War Warhammer, where they just, well, Old World, where they just, you know, you just take a city and that's it. You don't have to deal with stuff. If I want 10 Warlord Titans in an army, I deserve it if I have the economy to support it. Yikes. Empire at War has space battles. Oh, they could introduce those. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Or even like providing like feedback on that sort of thing. But it would be very cool if they were able to manage that. Cuz even in like in some of the books that you read, like some battles and some like huge things involving like taking over planets were fought like in space over the planet, not on the ground. So, but we'll see. Just, you know, be patient. It will probably not be good at the beginning, and it'll take a lot of effort to make it take a lot of effort and patience to make it as good as some of the other games are. So the UI, I've heard a lot of people have complaints about it. It's different. I don't know if I like it all that much, but we will see. We will see how it goes. But yeah. Yeah, and I mean, this game probably won't be out for a hot minute. Like, this first part won't be out for a hot minute, so they'll probably change stuff as they get alpha and beta testers on it, and they get feedback, and they'll probably change it. Total War has done naval battles in the past. Okay, they'll figure out a way to do it if they want to incorporate it. But yeah, the game will be good in 12 years. I wish I had made that tweet. That was pretty. It feels pretty accurate. Feels pretty accurate for the most part. So, oh man. Oh, we just started. I'm tired. Well, we'll see what they end up doing. I'm just happy the boys are showing up. The UI doesn't bother me as much since it'll be on console anyway. I mean, yes, that is true. I mean, they can't not put orcs in there. It would be like if they showcased this and like didn't put Space Marines in. Like, Space Marines are a huge driver, and you know, they're the poster child, and like people just love orcs. So like if they didn't put in orcs, I'd be like, yeah. I think they felt bad that they didn't have a lot of people for Dawn of War. They were like, there's no Eldar, and so they're like, oh, I guess we should put Eldar in this one to start off with. I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, oh, they're like, oh, we gotta change tags. We gotta we'll put Eldar in this one. We'll wait on the others later. So I just thought that was pretty funny. I was like, the first exact thing I'll be checking if I can paint my Space Marines as Blood Angels. Did you? I mean, they do have options. They do have customization options, and even like you can do different specializations. So I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, like that would be one of like the things That would be one of the things I would imagine a lot of people are gunning for. I mean, if I was providing input for this game, that would be one of the things I would say. Because say, hey, a lot of people have their own specific Space Marine chapters and specific things that they want to do with their armies that have very unique skill sets. You should really like consider that. Jim, my guy, do you read the stream title? That's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about that right now. I expect the DLC order will be Sisters of Battle, Dark Eldar, Tau, Necrons, then Tyranid, Votann. I actually don't. I think they'll put off Dark Eldar. I think they're more likely to bring out Tau or Necrons next over Dark Eldar. I think their goal is to get more people to the game, so they're probably gonna forego doing Dark Eldar, and they'll do it later. They'll do Necrons or Tau. I imagine they'll honestly do Necrons pretty soon. Like, if I was gonna guess, probably do Necrons, then maybe Sister of Battle, and then the Tau. Well, no, Tyranid, then Tau, probably. I mean, okay, so you laugh that they'll bring the Votann in, but it'll be like later. I mean, you see how the other Total War games are structured. It'll be a DLC eventually. Like they're gonna do it. Yeah, and oh well, there's also Chaos too. Yeah, because they'll need a Chaos DLC. They'll also need Traitor Legion. What they'll probably do then? Sorry, let me think about this. They'll probably do Necrons. Then they'll probably do Traitor Chaos, Tau, regular Chaos. And then they'll get into other stuff. And then they'll add them later. They're not going to do Votann first. They're definitely not. Yeah, I don't think Chaos will be right off the bat, but I think they won't hold off for too long. But I think they're more likely to do the traitors, before they do Dark Eldar. I'm sorry, Dark Eldar fans. I know you simp really hard for those guys, but it's gonna be a hot minute, I think. I think they'll pull Total War Warhammer 2 after the good sale of the first and immediately start working on the second instead of making other factions as DLC. That would be nice. Like I said, I'm not... Oh, man, I was like... I was intensely reading chat and I lost my tracking. But I could see that. I could see that. Sorry, I'm going back and reading. A lot of people have like thoughts, and I want to talk about this because I think it's interesting hearing other people's thoughts. Be cool if we got Traitor Guardsmen as well. Yeah, if you want something that's kind of like against the grain, like your Traitor Guardsmen, like your traitors, like you're gonna wait. You're gonna have to wait for a bit. But I guess that's the nice thing about the game is technically you probably you could be traitorous, but you probably won't be chaos tainted. Because you could just decide, you know what, I'm not gonna side with the Space Marines and be Traitor Guard. But the downside if you're Traitor Guard and trying to conquer a galaxy is that's very difficult. Yeah, you're just Renegade Guard, so the problem is you get kind of cut off when it comes to like resources. So it's like, I don't know. Do you think the Auri will be a major faction for the Altar? I mean, yeah, it's 40k. They're not doing 30k, so I imagine if they do sub-factions, they're not going to do more than 3. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just stuck with 1 to begin with to kind of get their feelers in. Honestly, I would have been more interested if it was Total War Horus Heresy and you start at the Battle of 63-19 against the False Emperor. Well, I mean, here's the thing. That is very... like, that's very specific, and if, like, if you wanted to do it where it was from a pure humanity perspective, I can see, like, the interest, but you're not gonna get a lot, like, the entire community to, like, rally around that. A lot of people really enjoy their different factions, and more people will be interested in playing the game if they can play their faction. Some people are like, yeah, humanity, I really don't care. I want to play my Nids, I want to play my Orcs, I want to play my whatever. I'm not saying it's like a bad idea. I just don't think as many people are as drawn to that. But I personally, I really like 30k. So that would be interesting to me, but I feel like my enjoyment wouldn't be as high. So yeah, it would be good for, like, if you were doing a solo run, or if it was, like, a very specific, like, campaign / like, story mode. But I just don't see that working well for what I think GW is trying to do. I mean, Dawn of War is Space Dwarves at launch. I'm sorry, man. I think that's cope. I don't think they're gonna do squats for a hot minute. I'm sorry. I really don't think they're gonna do it. I'm sorry for you. I just don't think it's gonna happen. Do you think Custodians will have their own faction in the game? Probably not. Like, they probably won't. Like, there's only 10,000 of them at maximum. Absolute maximum. So I really don't think they'll do it. And honestly, that doesn't upset me. It's just like, yeah, that is what it is. It'll be a DLC at some point. I mean, for Custodians though, like, they're a really spread thing. It's not like you can really have like a big battle. Like, you could have maybe a singular Custodians army, but running a campaign with Custodians, like, it's just not, I don't think it's feasible. Yeah, Custodians, but even with Sisters of Silence, it's like, I don't know. It's not, yeah, there's not enough, like, models. I would love a Custodians faction. It doesn't need to make sense. It's a sandboxing, Mary said. I mean, that's true, but to be fair, I do like it when, like, games have, like, certain, like, rules and restrictions where it does, to an extent, make sense. And yes, I know by saying this, I'm also, like, dealing with the fact that chapters are limited to 1,000 Marines. So, like, that's already kind of gonna be broken. I'm assuming it'll be the sort of situation where you have multiple chapters working together, but, you know, only time will say. Yeah, I could see Custodians or Grey Knights being, like, extra recruitable units. Yes, I could totally see that, but, like, a whole game where it's just that, no. No. I'm hopeful. I just want Death Guard one day, sooner rather than later. Yeah, I think I'd like to think within a year they'd do it. They'd have Trader Marines. I just, you know, it's hard to say. It's hard to say right now. Within a year release of the first game. Let me clarify. If they do it as a DLC, probably within a year. But I'd probably put it at closer to a year. They're more likely to bring in other factions first. You'd have to do an Agents of the Imperium faction. That would make sense to have Custodians. Yeah, and even then, I don't think it makes sense. So, honestly, like, I honestly wouldn't mind if they gatekept that and said, nope, no Custodians. I would not be upset. Even though I love playing Custodians, I don't think you should have a whole faction that is Custodians, and it just doesn't make sense to me. I could see them being like, it's a unit you recruit, but yeah, Regiment of Renown, that's what it feels like more than anything else. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, people will probably mod the game so your Space Marines are Custodes, but even then, I don't even think I'd play it. It's not accurate. It's not accurate to the world. I wouldn't do it. That's my thought. I like my boys, and I like things making sense. Is that fair? I can't see us getting more than 3 to 5 Custodes as hero units. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, see, oh, a hero unit. See, I'd like that. I like that, where they can kind of get involved. I really like that idea. I like that. Because then you could have them work with, like, any number of the human factions, you know, assuming, like, the non-traitors. Like, that would work. You could have them there for Sisters of Battle. You can do a lot with that, and I like that more. But yeah, you kind of have to split up humans. Yeah, it was like humans. A mod to add Kitten as a hero unit. I'm sure someone will do it. I have not even explored or like touched the mods for Total War Warhammer, but yeah. Oh yeah, you could get the assassins and stuff like that too. See, that's great. That's great. Like you can, yeah, you can get your Calidus. You can get a lot of stuff. See. But like I said, it's the sort of thing that's going to take time. So many really good ideas, but what actually makes sense and what's balanced. That's like, it's gonna take forever. It's gonna take forever. A mod where you are a hero character, me specifically. Well, we have to wait for the game to come out first, and someone who is interested in making that mod, I would be very flattered, but I'm not expecting that to happen. I am not expecting that to happen, but that would be fun. I would enjoy myself thoroughly. Yeah, you could probably only have like 1 Custodes at a time. It would be, oh gosh, it'd be so busted. It would be way too busted if you're like, all right, I have 10 Custodes. It would be so bad. Like, a hero unit for Custodes honestly might take up 2 to 3 slots in your army. But see, lots of fun stuff to talk about. Oh, Zarask, thank you so much for the 15 months of support and topical ointment for the 16 months. Thank you. One day the Baneblade will be done. Topical ointment. I hate to break it to you, but I finished it. I finished it. The Baneblade is already done. I hate to disappoint you, or maybe excite you. I don't know, but you missed it. I was like, you don't think, what? You're trying to rage bait me? What? I finished it. What is this? I finished it. What are you talking about? He's trying to rage bait me now. I finished the Baneblade. It's done. It's sitting right here on my desk. No, I have not posted pictures of it. I need to pull out. I have like a box. I have a box that like you could take good pictures, and bro, what the heck? Sorry. And I need to set it up. One sec. I'm trying to this. There. Okay. I was fiddling with settings earlier and I had to fix that. have to sign off for a moment. I'll try to make it for the send-off on Sunday. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, oh, I guess we should say that this is the last weekend of like consistent streaming schedules. I might pop up in a bunch of different places over the next couple like weeks and stuff, but it's not consistent. Oh my gosh. There we go. We got the Baneblade. We got the Baneblade stuff done. I want the Malkador hero unit when they do a Horus Heresy DLC. Ooh, okay, that'd be cool, but I don't think they'll do that. I don't know if they'll do that. For a hot minute, if Kane isn't a hero unit, they have to do Kane. They did Gotrek and Felix as heroes. Like they can't not do Kane. Right, they can't not do it. That's like that's offensive. That's offensive. Yeah, Kane will probably be a DLC. But okay, back to where we were. My Baneblade is done. I just haven't posted the pictures. Nova, bruh, hang on. Let me activate the skitter because I had to turn it off because Twitch broke. Thank you, man. Hang on. Let me just. There we go. We got the skitters going. Thank you so much for the 65 gifted. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I had to manually make the skitter go off. Thank you very much, man. I'm grateful, dude. Dude, what the heck, man? Well, I must say, I'm not going anywhere. I still have streams and stuff to do. Thank you very much. Please enjoy the rest of your night. I hope it goes well. And I can't wait for your daughter to get the hoodie. I'm eagerly awaiting my merch. We'll be busy over the weekend. Well, you'll see me out and about. I'll keep you guys informed on the Discord about when I'll be other places because I've got other stuff that I'm doing. I just might not stream it based on my availability. But thank you very much, Nova. I really, really appreciate it. You're sending me off on a good note, and I really appreciate that. So I hope your weekend goes well. That sweet merchandise. I'm very excited. Oh, man. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the merch. My Baneblade is done. I'll have you know. I just gotta take pictures. Just gotta take pictures. That's all I need to do. So, yeah. Believe me when I say it is actually finished. I'm so Pixar it didn't happen. You can go to the stream. You can go to the stream. It's like it's done. Hang on 1 minute. 1 second. Hang on. I'm not standing for this heresy. Not standing for this heresy. Okay. I was gonna ping you in the Discord. I was gonna ping you directly in the Discord, but I don't know what your username is. It's not topical ointment. I'm putting it in the live stream chat. There. The fake blade, wow. Okay, okay. Mods, if there's any Bane Blade hate, time them out. I don't know why it's not popping up. There. There. I don't know why it wasn't popping up earlier. I think I had to type in the A first. There's extra fingers in the video. Pretty sure it was A. What do you mean extra fingers? He's just making me mad. Just making me mad. Hello, hello. Oh, Shadow, thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Guys, what are we doing? Guys, we're just chilling. We're just chilling tonight. We're talking about lore. Thank you so much. Bruh. Guys, you should use that for Christmas and holiday shopping. You've got stuff to get for other people. Thank you very much. Wow. In the grim dark future, there's only subs. Wait. I'm so tempted to buy a second Bane Blade just so I can get Creed and have him ready with 2 Bane Blades for the meme. Oh, that's... Look, I'm also tempted to get a second Bane Blade. Just for... Just because I want to do... My Bane Blade turned green. And actually, over the course of, like, the past couple days, it's actually turned more green. In some areas it was blue, but now it's pretty consistently all green. Nova on YouTube, thank you so much for the super chat. Bane Blade finished, time for more Bane Blades. Well, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I do want to get another Bane Blade, but I need to be responsible. I gotta finish my Custodes. I've got other things I gotta do. Aurelia, with Hunter the parenting toning down, would you perhaps watch Space King from Flash Get? So, okay, I've talked about this. I have watched I have watched Space King on my own time. I find it pretty funny, but it's the sort of I like my streams for the most part to be family friendly, or at least like if a child was around, it wouldn't be a big deal. Space King does not really fit into that category, and that's not to say like I won't do like unfamily friendly things. Obviously Hunter the parenting isn't super family friendly, but it's a very... Space King is more in your face than Hunter the parenting is. Oh my gosh, guys. Guys, Mr. Clean on YouTube for the super chat too. Thank you. What is in the water? What is in the water, guys? What? And Ghost, thank you for the 3 months of support. What the heck, guys? Thank you, Soul, for the super chat as well. Total War is in the water. Guys, save up for the game. I actually know it. Actually, might be better to wait. I don't know. Apparently the next Hunter the Parenting was delayed because Alpha's computer crashed. Oh, that's not good. Well, I have to look at the updates. What, they're gonna save it for January, February, I assume now? Sorry, my brain is a little frazzled. But yeah, Hunter the Parenting is a little different. It's a little more tame than Space King is. But I'll have you know, I watch Space King when the episodes come out, and I enjoy it. Oh, Hunter the Parenting. Oh, it's instead of coming out this week, it's coming later in the month. Oh, well, that's nice. That's good. You just save up $500 to get every DLC for the first year. Oh gosh. No, I do find Space King pretty funny. Like it is that junior high boy humor that, you know, it's not completely my thing. As a girl, like it's a little bit like I'm like, okay, boyish humor, but I can appreciate some boyish humor every now and then. So I like how they release it, so I can watch a new episode every like 2 months. So I get my palate is cleansed. Might need that for a new video card and RAM. Oh, let's not even talk about RAM. The RAM, oh my. you need a lot of money if you need to get RAM. We still need an Aurelia model. Well, you'll have to wait. You'll have to wait for that one. That one is gonna be, if I ever do one. Worse than the crypto bros, the RAM crash, yeah. I found out about it recently. I was like, oh gosh. I recently upgraded and I got a second PC, and it was the timing worked out really, really well. We once talked about the gold standard, now there's the RAM standard. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's that bad. Oh, I don't have a good Orky voice. I'm sorry. It's I don't. And don't worry, YouTube. I don't know why your chat stopped appearing on my screen for some reason mid-stream, but I still can see and read all of your stuff. So don't worry. Oh, and they're back. They're back. Okay. What were we talking about? Just watch Space King without showing it, so it's just you sitting in silence and occasionally laughing. Yeah, you know where I have like the timer up, like the countdown. We could do that. We could do that. But I don't know. We'll see. You know, maybe we'll do something like we did for the for the TTS podcast episode where they were talking about Draco, you know, that Inquisitor. So it's the sort. Maybe it'll be a reward, me reacting to it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you like, as long as you are not breaking Discord's TOS, you can watch. I mean, it's free on YouTube, so yeah, you guys can watch it in the Discord server. There's no one stopping you. Like, yeah, it's got some inappropriate stuff, but like, I guess as long as you're showing the censored version. Was that episode bad, or am I missing lore? It's just very interesting. It's very it's weird. It's weird. It's not like the episode was bad, it was the content. So there's that. Yes, thank you. I will have a good Sanguinala, and I'll be in and about. Oh, speaking of stuff, we have a community tomorrow. We have our first community event. So kind of while I don't have a regular schedule, we will be having community events in the Discord. So tomorrow is you guys have a game night, game day, depending on your time. I believe it's going to be at 1:30 Pacific time. So yeah. Isn't there a collab tomorrow? Yeah, there's a collab and a community game night. So it's both. It's both. We got both. You say you guys like you're not joining us? Well, then do you not understand what I said? I can't have a consistent schedule, so I can't like join. That's why we have them set up. And don't worry, we'll have multiple. We're gonna shoot for doing them on Saturdays. So if you're not able to make this one, there'll be other ones that we'll go to. When will you be back on a normal schedule? See, it's kind of up in the air. It's related to real, well, activities that the Emperor has me doing. So it might not be until like sometime mid-January. It kind of depends. I will keep you guys updated. And if you're in the Discord, you'll get updates from me as to when we'll have like a regular schedule again. But I'll definitely notify you when I'm doing other things. So like if I hop on and do a collab with someone but I don't stream it, I'll let you guys know, so then you guys can go hang out in their channel. Like there's a bunch of stuff, like there's stuff I'll be doing, but I just might not be streaming. Christmas elf business? No. No. It's the ones that are closest to you. They'll betray you. They'll inevitably betray you. My mods. Look, I would join if I could. I would have a regular schedule. I would still stream on Christmas Eve and Christmas if I could. But that is unlikely. So I just didn't want to keep making schedules and have to cancel last minute if something came up. So I apologize. It makes me sad. It makes me very sad. So, are you excited to play the new Dawn of War and Total War 40k games when they come out? Yes, of course I do. Does the Emperor sit on the Golden Throne? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, see, I apologize because I do feel bad because I was like, yeah, I want to stream on Christmas Eve and I want to stream on Christmas Day so that you guys have people to hang out with, and I'm like, and of course, second year can't even manage that. Can't even manage that. The elf family needs me. No, I'm not an elf. I'm not an elf. Why'd he do this to me? Why'd he do this to me? Oh my gosh, I'm tired. Ugh. If not elf, why elf shaped? What do you mean elf shaped? What do you mean? The only thing that like might remotely be elf shaped are my ears, but they're abhuman ears. But okay, side note, I was looking at when I do my streams, I look at the model so I can see what movements I'm making on the screen. I have been fiddling with the new model. Ooh. It's really good. The tracking is really good. The tracking is so good. I gotta hype you up. I gotta hype you guys up now every time. The tracking, amazing. Like it's really accurate. Like you guys have no idea. You guys have no idea how accurate it is to like my actual face when I'm moving and I'm like doing things. I'm like, wow, that is so realistic. Yes, in February. February is the plan. If things go well, maybe beginning of February, but I think I'm leaning towards mid-February. Aurelia is improving her tracking skills? No, that's just because the rigger, I wanted fancy tracking. Fancy tracking where you can see more of my face. At one point, so for this model, I did upgrade the face tracking, but the way it ended up looking after the fact, it didn't look right. And there's a few streams out there, I think, where I attempted to use it, but it didn't look good. So like I could technically have like similar things, but it didn't look the same. It didn't look right. Like Takahata 101 tracking. Okay, but like, how do I explain? I totally agree. His tracking is amazing. It was almost like watching like a Disney character, the way his tracking is done. I wouldn't say mine is like that, but it's really good. Some of the more recent VTuber models tracking is crazy. It's pretty insane. Oh, Nomad, thank you for the bits. I just finished getting my coworker his Christmas presents for the company Christmas party tomorrow. How have you been? Did you have a good week? I had a very good week. I hope your Christmas party goes well. I hope you got some good stuff. I hope you buy good gifts. Yeah, so part of the tracking when it comes to VTuber models is how accurate it is to your face, but then there is also an element of how expressive you are. So you can have the best tracking, but if you keep your face flat and you talk like this and that's like all you do, then it's not gonna be as engaging. But if you do stuff where you like move your head and you move your mouth or you raise your eyebrows and you move more and you're more engaging, kind of like what I was doing now, that's like a very light version because my model only has like so much it can actually do. But it's a combination of both. But having expressive tracking really helps. And it's expressive. It's expressive. I've shown it to a friend, and this friend has made so many comments on it because it's really good. But I don't know if I can say it. I can't say it now. Later. But it's really funny. Oh, it's crazy though. It doesn't feel like me. It doesn't feel like me yet. I'm so accustomed to using this model that I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like this new model, it's not me. You guys are gonna love it. Well, at least I hope you do. Honestly, I really hope so. Always knew the boss wanted to be a dentist. Man, I can't time out my own mods, because if I time out my own mods, then I have to add them as mods later. Dang it. Not answering any more questions. You guys ask me so many questions. You just to set it up on your own time on your own screen to get used to it. I think it's the combination of like, I don't feel like, it's just me. The voice doesn't fit the model. The voice doesn't fit the model, in my opinion. We'll see though. But here's the thing, if I put it up on my computer and got used to it, that means I would not get any work done, because I would just spend the time looking at myself. And I would just be like, wow, I look good. And then I'd be making faces and be like, yeah, oh yeah, uh-huh, yeah. That's what would happen. That's how nice it looks, guys. That's how nice it looks. That's how, like... Okay, look, I don't know if any of you like understand, but if you ever play with like a VTuber model, like even like a free one, but like one, so okay, if you play with a free one, it's fun to play with because you can see how the facial tracking works and you're like, oh wow, this is kind of engaging. But it goes up another level when you get one that's customized. So like this one that I have that is customized, it's like, okay, it's got my own thing. And when I first got it, I was like, wow, this is so cool. Now I'm familiar with every part of the model, so I know how it moves and everything. But this thing is like another step up from that. So not only is it customized, it is very expressive compared to my other ones, and it's very new. So it's not like Slaneshi. I'm not being vain. It's just because, no, I'm not being Slaneshi. It's just, you would understand. You would understand if you had a model that was like that. And even just one like this that was customized, you're like, wow, that's me. That's like, new model has Slaneshi vibes? No. What? Hang on. What? Why are you saying that? What? Hang on. Why are you saying that? What makes it seem Slaneshi? What? I'm sorry. I get rage baited too fast. Look, all I'm gonna say is you guys are gonna get it. You guys are gonna understand. It's gonna get revealed and you're gonna be like, I it's gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You're like, oh, I see why she was like crashing out earlier. I see why she was obsessed. It is It is a complete... It is going to be a drastic improvement. When you think about it, demons are just really VTuber models. They just go more immersive than anyone else. No. No, because VTuber models, they don't... The model is empty and blank. It doesn't have a soul. I don't make a deal with the model. So it doesn't work like that. I puppet it, but it doesn't have a soul like a human body would. Help, I've fallen in love with my own VTuber model. Sounds like an anime title. It's very one-sided. Did you see the Total War announcement I just got here? Yes, we were talking about it earlier, but then we got distracted and we were talking about my new model that's coming out in February. It's gonna look very nice, to say the least. That's like putting it lightly. Man, I feel like I'm worried I'm gonna hype it up too much, and that when the time comes, I'm like, oh, it's not as cool. But no, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be really cool. Are they demon engines where you make a pact with a forge smith to make you something to pilot in the world? But like demon engines, it still has a demon in it. This thing is like flat and does nothing if I didn't put my face on it. So more like a dreadnought. There's no good Warhammer comparison. Let's just put it that way. Let's put it simply. There's no good comparison. So, there's no okay, no, we're gonna stop it here. There's no good comparison. There's not a good comparison. A Dreadnought VTuber, that sounds cool. That would probably end up just being like a PNG tuber, most likely. It would end up being very much like a PNG tuber, where you could probably, you'd articulate the arms and do stuff, but the facial expressions are kind of what make the VTubers more engaging, because it does use that facial tracking software. This thing is flat and does nothing if I don't put my face on it, are the first words I hear. That's how VTuber models work. It like, I mean, like, if I stop... See, my tracking is cut off, but my microphone will still make my mouth move. It will sit here for perpetuity until I get back in the range of the camera. It has no will of its own. It sits there. Do you know how expensive a Dreadnought really is? I mean, they're expensive. Do I know the exact, like, number? No. No. Oh, my reality has shattered. I'm sorry. I'm not just an anime girl who likes Warhammer on the internet. I'm a empty shell. Do you think Space Marine chapters really pay for it to be built? Well, someone pays for it. Someone pays for it. Yes, I know. I saw the comment earlier, a Ghost in the Shell. I did watch that a couple of months ago. It was good. gosh. Stop putting square pegs in round holes, guys. Stop it. No, stop putting square pegs in round holes. Oh my gosh. Don't call me a Tau. I'd much rather you call me an Eldar than a Tau. But don't call me an Eldar either. You got that? You got that. Don't call me that. Even in the grim darkness of the far future, there is the IRS. Yeah, in a way. In a way. I will say, I am learning this as I stream. One of my favorite things that I really like seeing, it's so funny, anytime I talk about Eldar, anyone who is a Dark Eldar fan, their ears will perk up, and if I just say Eldar, not even Dark Eldar, they'll just pop up and be like, hey, I heard you're talking about Eldar. Can we talk about Dark Eldar, please? Please? Pretty please. Like, tell me why it feels so consistent. It makes me really laugh. Like, I don't know, dude, it happens. It's really funny. Because at first I was like, what is up with them? And then I was like, oh my gosh, but all of them do it. And it's kind of funny at this point where it just happens. They do know what they're into. I can give them that at least. They know what they like. They know what they like. It just makes me laugh when it happens, because it happened simultaneously. Like, it happened in YouTube and then it happened on Twitch at about the same time, and I was like, wow, incredible. They need some TLC and attention. Yeah. Oh my gosh. We're just looking for some representation. I know you are. I know. You guys are just very vocal. You're very vocal. They like knife ears and the goth girls. Yeah, I'm not really a goth girl, though. I'm kind of the opposite of that. I don't mind the color black. I wear it on occasion, but I'm definitely not a goth girl, and I don't give off goth girl vibes. Oh no, why would you say that? Why? What? I'm sorry. Hang on, hold on. Since when do I give off the Hello Kitty girl vibes? I've heard about the Hello Kitty girls, and they're a special brand of crazy. So, I'm sorry, do I give off Hello Kitty girl vibes? It's only like a recent thing that I found out about, that the Hello Kitty girls are the ones that are like absolute psychos. And I'm like, whoa. I was like, no, bro, what? I work with a few Hello Kitty girls. They possess no riz and are very awkward. I fear what happens if they like if you actually get to know them, though. Like, I don't imagine they have riz. Write that down for future rage baiting. It won't work anymore. It won't work anymore. Just because of the first time it was said, I was like, what? Huh? No, so... Okay, this is not Warhammer. I apologize. I have tricked you on YouTube. We have gone off the rails. I don't even know if we'll watch a lore video, so I'll have to change the thumbnail and the title, likely. I figured the pastel pink cute stuff were the opposite to goth, that's all. I wondered if you were actually saying Hello Kitty as in just like, oh, likes Hello Kitty. Let me articulate to you my understanding of the Hello Kitty girl. So I'm not talking about the girl that's like, oh, I like Hello Kitty, I played the games, and like that was my thing growing up as a child. So from my understanding, the Hello Kitty girl is where she's like really obsessed, like she's an adult or a young adult who really likes Hello Kitty. And I mean, she's got all the merch, she's got all the stuff, she's obsessed, like right and proper obsessed. They are very like sweet and kind of unassuming at first, but kind of when you get to know them, you kind of see their obsession, and they're kind of very obsessive and possessive, but you don't expect that of them. That is my interpretation of like the Hello Kitty girl as the meme they are today, but they do exist. Not in the same way of like Disney adults, because Disney, it's not the same. I want to make sure Hello Kitty is not just a cartoon. There's a lot of different stuff. So I think it started as a cartoon, but they do a bunch of different stuff now. Disney adults are different. I think both Hello Kitty girls and Disney adults have the same like opinion. Like they don't want to grow up, and they kind of want to stay and sit in their nostalgia. But Hello Kitty is like, it's like a different kind of obsessed. I'm trying to figure out how to articulate it, because I haven't really thought about it all that much. Yeah, it's like, there's nothing wrong with like spending money on things you like or enjoy, like Warhammer. Like there's nothing wrong with wanting to spend money on that. It's just like, it's borderline obsessive on both fronts, but I'm trying to figure out like what the difference is between the two. Oh gosh. Would it be at a point of worship kind of crazy? I mean, kind of. That's more like the Hello Kitty girl side of things versus like Disney adults, where they'll like actively make bad financial decisions in order to like to go to Disney all the time and like visit the parks and do all of that stuff and get like the hottest merch, which is partially why like the Disney merch is like so expensive now. I was really sad. So like going to Disney as a kid, they have, what is it? It's like World of Disney. It's like their really big, like their biggest merchandise store where you can get a bunch of stuff. And I really liked how they had it designed. It was very nostalgic, very cool. But because there are so many, I'm gonna say it, millennials specifically, I'm not saying like Zoomers aren't part of it either, but millennials and a little bit of Zoomers that are obsessed with Disney, they changed the way that particular merchandise store looks, and it's like all modern and lame, and it lacks like that childlike wonder. Like I remember going into that store as a kid and being like, wow, this is so cool, because they had like giant characters floating in like the atrium, and it was really cool. But like as an adult, like, and like going back and being like, wow, this is so lame now. Like it used to like inspire a lot of like imagination and wonder, and now it just doesn't. It's also why merch is so expensive, because guess who's paying for all of that stuff? It's not kids, it's not families. Anyways. Yeah, no, and there's nothing wrong. I think there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of whimsy, but I think in like, if you're trying to be whimsical all the time, it's not gonna end up going well for you. Personality defining instead of being enjoying. Exactly. Yes. Yep. So I don't know that about Hello Kitty girls, if they try to make Hello Kitty your life as well, because I don't think Disney adults really do that. They don't try to infect your things that you like. Yeah, don't let corpos exploit your whimsy. As I say, as I as I read all these Warhammer books and paint these minis, and all for the sake of being an anime girl on the internet. As the anime girl who became an anime girl because she could not stop talking about something a corporation made. Oh. We're not gonna talk about that. Like a Warhammer nerd without self-awareness. Yes, Jonah, yes, we know, Jonah. Look, at least I recognize and I moderate myself to an extent. I have limited the number of books that I get per month, so it's not... It's tricky because part of me is like, well, it's a tax write-off if I get more books. I'm also like, okay, let's be fair and reasonable. Yes, you could get more books, and you can afford it. It does, like, you are still, like, making money, but still. Yes. Yeah, sure, you like Warhammer, but will you want to purchase the Calgar Phobos model? No. I'm tempered, in a way. Like, there's certain things where I'm like, Yes, discipline is key. The urge to touch grass is increasing. I touch my fair amount of grass. It's only a tax write-off if you create content around that book? No. I can talk about it on stream, and it's a tax write-off. Aurelia trying to figure out if she can have a sanguineous Dakimakura on stream. Look, man. Look, man. Look, there's a lot of stuff I can write off, and I can be... Oh my gosh. Oh man, you guys don't even know. I have so many ideas. Oh, 15 stealth, thanks for the super chat. I grew up with 40k since I was about 10, and I was really deep into it since then. Should I be concerned? No, I don't. So, okay, let me clarify. There is nothing wrong with having nostalgia or liking things that you grew up with. It's all a matter about, like, how you present yourself. So, for example, I would say, like, hey, can you talk about other things except Warhammer? I don't know you, like, personally, but I think you can. As long as it is not your entire life and, like, your entire purpose, like, I think it's okay to enjoy those things and to like those things. There's nothing wrong with that. It's when it becomes your entire life and your obsession, that's the only thing you talk about, it's the only thing you do, is when I think it becomes a problem. And it's a little bit different because, you know, you'll see there's a lot of Warhammer content creators. They live and breathe and eat that stuff, but it's a little bit different because they're doing that as a job. Like, I think as long as you're able to hold conversations and not, like, have to talk about this one thing, you're fine. Even in debt, I still serve. Yeah. It's gonna be cold. Ooh, gosh, that is cold. -13. Actual temp tomorrow with wind chills reaching -40. My boss dared me to have my windows open tomorrow night. Is he, like... Is he giving... Is he giving you money for that? Like, are you gaining anything from that? Cause I wouldn't do that. You get paid overtime hours for the sheet on the bed. Gosh. Oh. Yeah, yeah, does your boss hate you? That's a really good question. Does your boss hate you? Man, I hope you're wearing lots of layers. Yeah, hobby versus addiction. Aurelia confirmed grass type Pokemon? Okay. I actually don't think so. I don't touch grass all the time. But I wouldn't say I'm a grass type. Is there a test for that? I don't want like a Nintendo quiz. I want a BuzzFeed quiz. It's like 50 questions and they're like really dumb. They're dumb. How many questions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 questions. I need more questions than that. Hang on, I'm gonna take this really fast. I found a BuzzFeed quiz that we're going to take. Choose a place to travel. Ooh. Oh man, there's so much I want to go see. Hang on, we're gonna be quick. I'll be fast. Choose it. So choose a place to travel. Choose a dessert. I'm not gonna tell you what my answer. Well, I chose Rome as a place to travel. Dessert. There's a bunch of options. I'm gonna go with. Okay. Some of these are like odd. I'm gonna go with donuts. These are some odd desserts that they gave me. An activity to do. Going to an amusement park. That sounds fun. A lot of the things on this list is fun. Choose a gemstone. Ooh, what are we picking? I'm stuck. I'm going to go with an opal. Choose a personality trait. Oh gosh, okay. Oh. I'm picking diligence. I like that one. Choose a Pokeball. I will say I'm not much of a Pokemon person. Which one? I'm just going off vibes. I like the Ultra Ball. That one looks pretty cool. Choose a superpower. Oh man, you know what's a shame? As like an adult, like as a kid, it's like what superpower would you have? And I'm like, oh, I would do this, I would fly, I would do stuff. Now as an adult, I'm lame and I'm like, you know what? Teleportation would be very useful. I forget something at home. Oh, guess what? I'm home. No commute. I can travel anywhere in the world I want. Like, I would love that. So like I feel compelled to, but I'm like trying to think like, no, I gotta go with the gut. Hang on. That's funny. That's funny. 1 second. Hang on, I gotta save this. I'm gonna share my results with you. Okay. Do I have another? Okay, hang on. I gotta pull up another. No, I'll just replace it. It's fine. One second. This is what I got on the quiz. I should have guessed. No, this is just type. So they're just saying psychic type, but the duck is funny. Psyduck is very funny, but I honestly, why didn't I guess that? I was thinking like maybe I was gonna be like fire or something. I should have known. I should have known. Honestly, I'm not even mad. That's perfect. You got the headache, Pokemon. Oh, I should have guessed. That's so I should have guessed. I really should have. That was on me. I should have done that. Oh my gosh. One second. I'm gonna flip it back to the other Did I save that? Oh, perfect. We're gonna put the merch thing back up. Ooh, there we go. Hang on, it's kind of big. Psychic and Ghost was my typing for you. Yeah, so I don't know much about the Pokemon types. I really don't. So I was familiar with the elements, and then I knew there were others, but I couldn't remember what was a what. Oh my gosh, I need to send this to my friend. Hang on. This friend knows of my psyker moments, and they're really funny. Okay. So there you go. There you guys go. I took the quiz, and I'm a psychic type. Honestly, I should have guessed it. What's wrong with me? Have you seen the 40k trailer for Total War? Yes, you missed it. We talked about it earlier. We really got into it. To keep it pretty simple, I just warn people that I'm very excited for it, but it's probably going to be several years before the game really hits its stride. And before, like, we kind of see it at its best. Put it that way. So. Yeah, Total War 1 versus 3. Yeah, do not compare it to Total War Warhammer 3. You gotta wait a little bit. But I think it has the potential. So I really hope they're open to feedback and gracious with criticism. But I hope people will be gracious as well and be polite with their feedback. Because I think that's really important. Oh, man. Where? Total War Warhammer 1 star with 4 factions took a long time to build up. Yeah, it really did. So that's just all I'm saying. Yeah, hopefully polite and like and not like aggressive non-criticism. Yeah, I think people are a little too comfortable with the internet and not having your name and face attached to stuff. Like, okay. I've got somewhat, maybe it's a lukewarm take, but I'll preface it, perhaps the hot take. I think we should bring duels back. Too many people are comfortable about saying whatever they want on the internet. And I think we should have duels again. So if it's the situation where it's like, yeah, you insulted someone's mother and you said like a really bad thing, they should duel you. Like, okay, you gotta be held accountable. Like in a card game, no. I'm talking like dueling with guns or with a weapon, combat. No, not that. No. So you misunderstand me. I'm not saying that only the strongest are correct. It's more in the sense of like people are very willing and they're very easy. Like they just go to insults too quickly. Like I'm more talking about when you're having a conversation with someone and someone says something where you're like, bro, that's really messed up. Like you shouldn't say that. It's more of like, that's more what I'm talking about. No, I'm not advocating for like I can do whatever and say whatever I want and I'm just gonna be super buff, so anyone who says like I'm wrong, it's more like the people need to like shut their mouths sometimes. Just be like, yo, stop, just stop. Like, think about what you're gonna say. Are you willing to put your life on the line over a couple words? That's what I'm saying. Cause yeah, it's the sort it's the sort of situation where like, yeah, like I would not do well in that scenario. Like if someone's like, I want to duel you for no reason, like if it's a guy, I'm probably gonna lose. That's just how it is. that's just how it is gonna be. So anyways, sorry, that was a whole tangent. I'm sorry, I've derailed us. Common sense in this era, I've derailed us. We need to get back on the topic. We gotta get back to the Warhammer. Yeah, see a gentlemanly duel where it's like socially accepted, where it's like, yeah, you were being dishonorable, you behaved in a way that was immoral, but it's not something the police should get involved in. Think it's a cold take at this point? Everyone agrees? Okay, cool. Awesome. I could see some people not being keen on it, but I feel like the people who aren't keen on it are usually because they say stupid things a lot. So, Rogue Trader playthrough when? So you can go to the beginning of my channel and find when I was playing Rogue Trader, but due to the amount of like narration I would have to do in order to run through that game, it's not feasible because I couldn't interact with all of you guys nearly as often, because the decisions you need to make in that game are not, they're kind of important, and I would have to focus on that and not on you guys, which I don't like that very much. I'd much rather interact with you guys than play the game live. Yeah, the reading really does matter. Supposedly Texas kind of has this, people can agree to a mutual combat. Oh. I'd want a source on that. That's intriguing. So, yeah. Anyways, duels, bring duels back. Hold people accountable. Honestly, that would just make people behave better. Just watch your mouth. Don't say anything dumb. Don't insult people. There you go. And if you have to say something, be reasonable and tactful. Behave better and mature quickly. Yes. Yes. We need that. Yeah, don't be a jerk. Don't be stinky in public. Would you allow a Texas law website as a source? Well, I guess it depends on the website. Post on the Discord server. I'm curious. I'm curious. It depends on the website. If it's a .gov, it probably, then I would be fine with that, but, you know. Oh, man. To the live stream chat? Okay, I'll look. TexasCriminalJustice.com. Yeah, I think that'll do it. A free consultation? Oh my goodness. Oh, the law behind certain mutual combat being allowed is the Texas Penal Code 22.06. Huh. So the law states that a party charged with assault can argue that the alleged victim consented to the fight. This defense may apply in the following circumstances: the fight did not result in serious bodily injury. The alleged victim was aware of the risks but consented. So really, it's only saying like a fist fight. It's not like actual duels. It's like a fist fight where like you don't severely injure them. Yeah, so it's not like you can really do anything with weapons. I mean, you could, I guess you could duel with a sword and like cut them, but you can't like chop off an arm. You'd have to, yeah. Yeah, you could have a weapon if you like cut their arm and they got a scratch, but as long as it's not too deep. Depends on their definition of serious bodily harm. Apparently Canadians also have consensual fights. Huh. With hockey sticks? Oh my gosh, man. What is wrong with me? I got on stream and now it's like, I'm tired. I know, I need more. I'm eepy and I need more dews in my system, but I already had 2 today. I already had 2. Maybe have. Oh yeah, I do have the gamer subs. That is true. I do have the gamer subs. That is a lot of caffeine. It is a lot of caffeine. I need to, oh guys, I meant to tell you, with the gamer subs, I recently got a cup. I think it's called Gamer of Thrones, and it's a pixel cup that it has a knight with a sword. I was like, I want that. Give it to me. And I got it. It's pretty cool. It is, as I like to call it, safe for parents, because a lot of my other gamer subs cups are like, not, some of them are not safe for work just because they're a little more revealing, and then some of them are safe for work because they're like, oh, okay, that's fine. But this one is safe for parents. So if my parents saw that I had this cup, it would be okay. They'd be like, oh, I'm like, oh yeah, it's just got a cool, like a knight on it and it's fantasy. And they'd be like, oh, that's Aurelia. That makes sense that she would get a cup like that has like a little more decoration. So I think that's, it works well. But I will say, so I recently got my mom into taking creatine with her workouts, but she didn't have a shaker cup. So I did have like a shaker cup from Gamer Subs that I got from them that was just like pink and purple. It didn't have any girls on it. It was just like a pattern. But like it does have the Gamer Subs logo on it, but it's kind of like smaller. But I just like realized she doesn't she doesn't know. Glutamine? I've not heard of that. I've not heard of this. I'll have to look into it. I just have the creatine for now, but like it's pretty awesome. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess she secretly has a Gamer Subs cup but doesn't know what Gamer Subs is. No idea. Yeah, I have to hide my cups when I have people over so they don't see them and they're not like, Aurelia, like what's that about? It's a great post-workout out for muscle recovery. Is it, yeah, so I guess the question is it a replacement for creatine, or can you have both together? Because I've not heard of it. I could look it up on Google, but it's like I'd have to kind of dig into it more. I have no idea what Gamer Subs is. Gamer Subs is basically you call it like a supplement. That makes it sound like it's an MLM. It's not. It's basically a supplement company where they have flavors, and it's like provides caffeine and energy without a bunch of like sugar. And a lot of vitamins. So, tons of really cool flavors and like shaker cups. So it's basically a powder that you put in your water, flavor your water, help keep you hydrated. So I'm affiliated with them. So I have like a code. So if you use the code, you get 10% off, and some of the proceeds go to me. It's safe. Creatine for strength and glutamine for recovery. Okay. So is it... Don't be ashamed of your cups. Look. See, my parents would be very confused if they saw my Gamer Subs cups that had well-endowed women on them. I don't always choose the cups. Sometimes the Gamer Subs guys, they just send me shaker cups. They just send me shaker cups, so I don't get to pick them. So they would look at me. They would look at me. I did choose one. There was one that I wanted. That it was more tasteful, and I was like, "This is cute. Can I have this one, please?" And then I chose like two regular ones that are just like colored. Funny enough, I ended up giving those to like one to a friend and then another one to my mom. Because I was talking to them about like Gamer Subs, then I was like, "Here, do you need a shaker cup?" And they're like, "Sure." And I'm like, "Here, take this one," because I wasn't gonna give them the one with the anime girl on it. Sure, Mom Doubt. No. No, it's not even like that. They know that I don't swing that way, but they'd be like, "What the heck are you doing? Like, why?" I also have to hide my Gamer Subs, the tubs. I stack them so that the safe for work ones are in the front. So it's like, "Oh, okay. You're not seeing anything." So, yeah. No, look, let me put it this way. I am, in my family, I am the only, how do I put it? I'm not going to say non-traditional, but certainly streaming is not anything else that anyone in my family does. I'm the only person who's I'm the nerdiest of my family. Oh my gosh, my mom just texted me about something else, but like the fact that she texted me while I'm talking about her is a little scary. But I'm the nerdiest, so I'm into, like, I was into Dungeons and Dragons and anime. No one else is. I'm kind of in my own vein compared to everyone else. So they would not understand if I like looked them directly in the eye as I was sipping out of my anime girl cup. They would be like, "What? Huh?" And on top of that, streaming and VTubing are like kind of two different things. I mean, they're the same, but it has a certain stigma if you're a VTuber. We now know where Aurelia gets her psychic powers from. It's her mom sensor tingling. It's my dad. My dad. You have no idea. It's like, it's legit my dad. It's terrifying. Oh. She's asking me about food. What a great question. Hang on, I should respond. Okay, there we go. No, it's my... I really get it from my dad. My dad is a very, very smart guy. And it's the sort of situation where, like... I'm not like... I have a sibling who's incredibly sharp. Sharper than me. By a wide margin. And they get that from my dad. And, it's definitely from my dad, for sure. Tell mom about the rich and healthy menu at Taco Bell. Oh no, she loves Taco Bell. She loves Taco Bell. we will get Taco Bell together. We're like, hey, do you want to go get Taco Bell? And then we'll go get Taco Bell. It's great. It's awesome. It's wonderful. And speaking of wonderful and Taco Bell, there was a party earlier this week that I went to, and they had Taco Bell at the party. So it was already a win, already a huge win. And they had a lot of extra leftover Taco Bell. And they're like, Aurelia, you like Taco Bell, right? And I was like, yeah, I love Taco Bell. Like, do you want to take all this home? And I was like, yes. Please, yes. So I have Taco Bell in my fridge. I have a lot of Taco Bell.
I want to poop the snoop.
So I will probably have a little bit of Taco Bell for dinner tonight. I'm trying to like pace it out because it's a decent amount of Taco Bell. And that's how Aurelia got a chest freezer full of Taco Bell. It wasn't that much Taco Bell, but it was like, it's a lot for one person to handle. I see you leaving the party with a full wheelbarrow of Taco Bell. No, I didn't leave with that, but I left with two, you know, the party boxes?
Yeah.
I left with two of those. I left with two of those. It was great. I was very happy. How long does Taco Bell last in the fridge? You need to put it in a plastic bag, otherwise it'll dry out. But it can... I wouldn't have it last more than a week. Don't keep it for more than a week. Yeah, but you can't just have it in like open in the package. You have to put it in a plastic bag. Otherwise, it's gonna get hard or it's gonna get gross. It's just bleh. I don't think it can go bad. Taco Bell can 100% go bad. I've had a not superb bit of Taco Bell because it's been in the fridge a little too long, just a little too long. But not to the point where it was moldy. No, that's pretty gross. How much Taco Bell do you want? I don't know. How much can fit in the bed of my truck? If it's free, yeah. But there's a certain point where I can only eat so much, and I only feel like you guys know, I love Taco Bell, but I can only eat so much of it in a given period. That's what happens when you become an adult. You stop liking fast food like you did when you were younger. But like, I feel gross after a certain point. So I can only have so much before I start feeling terrible about it. Full week or business week? Full week. Full week. I'm not talking business here. So, yeah, it is a sad thing about growing up. It's okay. The meat sweats are a real thing. I don't get that. But I guess you could argue that I've not been in a position where I have consumed a large amount of meat. But my father raised me right. He taught me how to eat steak and eat a lot of it. I'm very good at it. It is my one trait that I use. I'm like, look at me. I'm so impressive. Watch me mow down this steak. Like, she won't eat that much, proceeds to eat that much and more. I have infinite, I won't say infinite, I have, my stomach capacity greatly increases when a steak or like a cut of beef is involved. That it just, I'm just built different. Some people have what they call a dessert stomach. I have, it's basically an expansion of my stomach that I can always eat more steak. Best way for a steak is blue rare. I haven't had a blue rare steak, but I go with medium rare. Never had a blue rare. I could be pushed to rare, but blue rare, I don't know if I could do. I could only have one steak. Well, how big is the steak? Are you talking like one steak, but it's like 16 ounces? Like, what are we saying? Like that's a, because steaks all come in different sizes and the cuts and how much fat's in it and these important questions. I'm trying to think about how much steak, like the most steak I've had in a particular sitting. I can eat dozens of a half-ounce steak. Yeah, you could, huh? I'm hungry now for a well-done steak. I'm sorry, you're getting timed out. I will not have that heresy. I will not have that heresy in my chat. You've been timed out. I'm sorry. That's just heretical. I will not stand for it. I will look. Medium rare is the way to go. I will accept medium. I will not accept well done. I will not accept well done. I'm sorry. $10 is probably my biggest. I'm trying to think about what my biggest portion is. If I had a large portion, it was definitely had at home, because, you know, steaks get kind of expensive otherwise when you're like out and about. I mean, they're still expensive anyways. Do you rather eat dry rotisserie chicken or a well done steak? Ooh, okay. So do I have to have them by themselves? That is the question. That's the question. It just, like, the whole rotisserie chicken, how much of a rotisserie chicken, and then how much steak? I have to eat it by itself. Okay, so I can't have anything else with it. How do you dry out a rotisserie chicken? I mean, you just cook it too much. You just cook it too much. I would probably lean towards the steak. Cause well done steaks doesn't mean they're like super dry. It just means there's no pink. So you're saying dry chicken. That sucks. That's not great. But you can't, there is some wiggle room for the well done steak to have a little bit of juice. Well, see, but it was proposed to me. See, it was proposed to me that I couldn't have it in anything else. I couldn't, no juice in either. I'd probably go with the steak. What's better for the what's the better protein? Blue extra rare steak is the best. Yeah, haven't had that. I'm a little nervous. I'm apprehensive about having a blue rare, blue or extra rare steak. It's just chicken is for better protein. Maybe I have to go chicken just so I can get the better protein ratio. I'd probably go for steak just because of the taste, because I do like steaks more than I like chicken, but you know, when you can get chicken right, it's great. Dry chicken with nothing else is probably a death sentence. You would choke trying to eat it. Yeah, it would not be good. Not be very good. Some people want their steak mooing. Yeah, that's true. They do, and medium rare is about as far as I'll push it. Blue Rare is less about the food and more about the kitchen flexing that their meat is well sourced, that they can bet their reputation on serving it. I mean, that's fair. That's a very good point. I didn't think of it like that, but yeah, I much prefer medium rare. Oh man, now I want a steak. Now I want a steak. Screw the Taco Bell in the fridge. I want a steak. Maybe I'll pull something out. See what I've got in the freezer, if there's something I can make. That sounds very good. Taco Bell, not the same. I want a good cut of meat. Although carne asada is very good. Carne asada, I made that the other night. That was pretty great. I wish I had more. I wish I had more of it. But it was a sort of situation where I made the meat and it had the marinade is what made it really good, and then I can't stop eating it. You push all the ground beef together, you can make a steak, right? No, because you see, the ground beef is not one continuous piece of meat. It's okay, Kaiman. I forgive you. I forgive you for having an incorrect opinion about the steak. It is okay. Would you rather have cold burritos or a well done steak? Cold burrito. I'll take a cold burrito. Who cares? It's okay. It's okay, Kaiman. You're good. It's a personal preference. I was just messing around. You can have your steak. You can have your steak well done. I will look at you sideways. I have family members that like their steak well done, and I don't give them a hard time. But I have to. Every time someone says they like their stuff well done, I gotta give them a little bit of grief. Just a little bit. Can you turn a steak into beef jerky, and should you do such a thing? I mean, you could. You could. I do not know the whole process for beef jerky. You could do it. I don't know about the should part. Man. Now I just want to go to a restaurant and be like, I would like one steak, please. Now I gotta work it into my schedule. When can I go get a steak? 500 steaks. I would do that. Put them in my freezer. What's wrong with well done? So, well done, I've heard there are ways you can do well done steaks right, but it is not the best way to have a steak. I would say something where you get like the juices of the meat is like the most ideal. I will say there are some well dones. I've seen my dad do well done, kind of against his will. He didn't want to do it, but he is gracious. Where you can have a well done that still has some juice in it. Medium rare is the best. Some people say rare, some people say blue rare is the best, but it kills enough of the germs at medium rare, while you still have a nice like pink or maybe a little bit of red center. Yeah, okay, this is a great way to put it. For a well-done steak, it's taking like a cut of meat that is traditionally valued for being tender and juicy, but cooking it so much that it's not juicy and tender anymore. So it's like, it's taking something that tastes really good to begin with and just kind of be like, yeah, what if we like didn't taste it the best? Like, what if we cooked it in a way that's suboptimal? So, but like extremely suboptimal, because some people are like, oh, medium, and it's just different. Yeah, I go for rare at best, medium rare if the restaurant can't do rare. I kind of just stick to medium rare just to play it safe. I would rather get sick every time I eat steak than be forced to eat well-done steak for the rest of my life. Ooh. Oh, that's... Interesting. Ooh, would I take that deal? I'd probably take that deal. I won't lie. Probably take that deal. I get stomach aches if I eat anything that's more than a quarter rare. Okay, see, that makes sense. If you have something where it seems like your body just can't handle it, I'm very sorry. You're missing out on good things. Well, question, Kaiman. Is it related to, like, is this every time you've gotten a steak somewhere? Or could it have been possibly you just had a bad cut of meat, and it just wasn't cooked well enough? Because that's really interesting that you in particular have a problem that's like, because if you've had medium rare and you still like, or even medium I find is acceptable. It's not the best, but medium is still acceptable to me. So I'm really curious if it's something that's you just had a bad cut one time. But I'm curious to know. In any case, now I want steak. And now I'm like, do we end stream so we can go get a steak somewhere? I don't have anything thought. I'd have to go to the store. No, we're gonna be good and we're gonna eat the Taco Bell that's in the fridge, but steak sounds really, 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 really good. Father, I hunger for the steak. Everywhere, it's because of the place I was born at. Okay, so it's a regional thing. Oh, okay, well, I don't know where you live. You don't need to tell me. But you come to certain places in the United States and you'll be just fine. You'll be just fine and you'll have a good steak. You'll have a good steak, I promise you. There are some restaurants that you don't even have to worry about it. But yeah, I don't know where you live, but definitely there are places here in the US, at least places in where I live, where it's like, okay, you can get a reliable, like, you can count on the cut of meat being good and it's not going to give you problems. You just got to get someone to cook it. Okay, well, I feel better. Well, so I'm so sorry that you have not gotten to appreciate like a true steak, because kind of once you have it, oh, it's incredible. Can't go back. Yeah, sous vide, which is, so for those of you who don't know, sous vide is basically a cooking method where I'll just kind of explain it this way. You put the meat in a bag, you seal the bag, and this could be a Ziploc bag, it could be a vacuum seal bag, and then you put it in water at like a very particular temperature, usually the temperature you want the meat cooked at. So you put it in the water, like you submerge it in the water, and then you have it like slow cook for, so you need at least an hour. You probably get away with like an hour and a half, but the best is like 2 to 3, maybe even 4 hours at that temperature. So you pull it out of the bag when you're done. You kind of you dry it off if you need to, and then you season it, put it on the grill. You make the grill piping hot. You sear that bad boy, and it will have like perfect temperature. So instead of usually with steaks or other meats, like the outsides get cooked first and leaving like the inside not as cooked, this will be like consistent, like same color throughout the whole thing. Oh, it's great. It's so good. So yeah, I mean, okay. So I've heard of people doing sous vide where they just throw it in a Ziploc bag, so it's not like a vacuum seal bag. But you know, you get really good, really good steaks that way. Sous vide cheesecake? I have not heard of that. Man. I went on a sous vide spree, but is scared of cooking things in plastic stuff leaches, you know. Yeah, don't worry. There's already tons of microplastics in us. Depends on the generation you're born in. You've got particulates in your body. Just what generation are you part of? Because right now it's microplastics. You already got the plastic in you, man. I don't think I need more. Are you sure about that? You sure about that? Oh, yeah. Yes, yeah. I did do this a lot before I got a grill. When you sous vide it, you put the steak in with butter, garlic, and rosemary, and then drop it into a piping hot cast iron with some oil and sear it. Oh, it's so good. But I've been grilling again, and I have been loving it. I've been able to get my chicken to be like really juicy. Oh, I live in the US, but that place I was born in isn't very big on freedom. It is what it is. Anyway, some more plastic consumption. Well, I'm so sorry. If you were ever in my neck of the woods, I would make you a good steak. I would make you a good steak. I apologize that you do not get the amazing steaks. Yeah, I like to do the I like a good reverse sear. That's kind of been what I've been doing lately. Dang it, we might have to end stream. We're gonna have to end stream, guys. I gotta go get a steak. Oh. I'm tempted. 2 hours is a good stock point. Yeah, we didn't even react to any videos, but the videos that I had are like an hour long at minimum. We were gonna watch the Age of Sigmar faction video. We were gonna watch that, and then we just got to talking about all the Total War stuff, VTuber model, steak, you know, the important things in life. She puts on a lore video. Here, chat. Here, chat. Watch the lore video while I go. Why I go do the steaks. Oh yes, and we talked about Hello Kitty. Yes, okay, guys. Okay, we'll make this clear. If there's a girl who really likes Hello Kitty, is like obsessed with Hello Kitty, run. Don't walk. Run. You can't fix her. Okay. So, just letting you know, as a concerned citizen, okay. I've just got to make a decision. I gotta decide if I'm. What if she likes 40k? No, it's a lie. She doesn't like 40k. She doesn't. Hang on. Let me look at a thing really fast. I successfully rage baited and hunger baited. Yeah, honestly. I mean, I even like had a little snack before this, so I was not like, oh, like, it wasn't like I was like coming into this super hungry or anything. So the fact that we got to this point, incredible. No, I think we'll just think. I think we'll just call it. I think we'll just call it for the night. Tomorrow, we're playing Darktide. I am not playing the Hive Scum class. I kind of want to wait a little bit more. I've heard it's fun, but not gonna play that. But we do have a collab tomorrow. It's going to be at 9 a.m. Pacific time. We have Zoran the Bear, we have my friend Froggy PhD, and then Irradiated Rat, another VTuber. We were supposed to do a collab a few weeks ago, but we rescheduled it to now, so we're going to do that tomorrow. So we're going to play some Darktide. It'll be a very, very good time. So I hope to see you all there. Is there anything else? Yes, don't skip leg day, and make sure your steak is medium rare.